Alright guys, it's time to talk about IOTEX on the channel for the first time since March the 11th, guys. That is actually this candle right here. It's pretty much the bottom of this downtrend, and we have had a very slow grind up. This is, unbearably slow if you just look at this. I mean, basically March the 10th to now, it's now July 30th, guys. July 31st according to Bitcoin time. This is a terrible grind up. Anyways, guys, we are up at the moment about 17%. Now, we do have a daily candle that has been sealed over the 2.488 cent mark at the moment. Now, we did this a few days ago and fell back down. But at the moment, IOTEX is holding strong, and I think this is because of some news that we need to take a look at in a moment. Now, the reason for this pump, guys, it looks like Hashkey Exchange has actually listed IOTEX. So from what I have found, I think this is Hong Kong's #1 licensed digital asset exchange. So this is pretty big, and this took place about 22 hours ago. So that pretty much lines up with the time that this really started to pump. Now, taking a look at the trading volume here, guys, you can see that we are at 2.674 cents at the moment. Now, the point of control is slightly above this. It's at 2.832 cents. So we are knocking on the door, basically, of getting over the point of control, which is great. So let's see if we can seal, some candles over this point of control. And basically, if we get above about, let's just say 3.5 cents, guys, the volume really goes down. So yeah, it is starting to look a little better. But IOTEX, when it comes to volume, it looks like we still need to cross that, hump. But I do see that coming here in the short term probably. But of course, we have to look at the indicators now and see if there's going to be a little bit of a cool-off period or what. Now, looking at the Bollinger Bands on the monthly time frame, guys, you can see that it did get a little bit of a pinch down here in December of 2023, but that's as narrow as these bands have ever been on a monthly time frame. Now, they're kind of going parallel right now. They're not pinching. So monthly time frame, Bollinger Band doesn't look like it's doing anything. Now, weekly time frame, we are getting a bit of a pinch down here, guys. It's been pretty wide consistently, before this time, as you see. And we're getting something about like this. We're about this narrow like we were in October of 23. So does that mean we're going to see another pump, something like this? It went from around 1.3 cents up to about 8.3 cents. Who knows? Kind of hard to say, but I do think, we are getting a little bit of a pinch, and we will see a lot of upside due to that. Now, on the daily time frame, most cryptos did get a pinch in beginning of July. It kind of got a pinch right here a little bit later than most. So yeah, we can say middle July, this did pinch a little bit, but I've seen better pinches on other cryptos, really. Now, looking at the RSI and stochastic on the monthly time frame, looks pretty good. The RSI is actually about as low as it's ever been, so it's got a long way it can run up. The stochastic is just coming out of the oversold territory, so that is good. So weekly time frame, appears it's a little bit overheated on stochastic here, but the RSI is pointed up, so we do have kind of a mixed signal there. Now, if we take a look at the daily, it's pointed pretty heavily to the upside on stochastic. The RSI is pointed slightly up, but it's still neutral territory, so that is actually okay as well. Now, the 4-hour time frame kind of flirting with being overheated here on the RSI and stochastic, so not the best, though it can still run up a little bit on the 4-hour time frame. Now, the 1-hour time frame it's actually getting a little bit overheated here on stochastic, and the RSI is just kind of flirting with it. So again, kind of a mixed signal. Now, the 15-minute time frame is pointed pretty heavily to the upside here. It just came out of the oversold region really not too long ago, and the RSI is pointed up, and it still hasn't gotten into this overheated region. So most of these time frames still look pretty good, honestly. So if we take a look at this, let me put this just on a 4-hour time frame. Maybe we come back up to this 2.824 cents mark, and let's see if we can break it. I think if we would break it, Probably get a continuation to about 3.216 cents, but that's probably it. I think it will probably cool down. I would be surprised if we make it up to about 3.6 cents. But yeah, that news, you can see how much it pumped it. But yeah, I think without any news or any real upside with Ethereum and Bitcoin, it's going to be a little bit tough to break this level, but it's possible. Now, one more indicator to consider, guys, is the MACD. Now, let's look at this on long-term time frames, and this is the monthly time frame right now, and we are getting lighter red candles here, so that is good, but the blue line is still below this red line. We need that to cross to the upside and then cross back over this red line, and then I think we're going to get a green wave, probably a little bit bigger than this wave, I would say here. But who knows, we just have to wait and see. On the weekly time frame, let's take a look at it, and we are already in a green wave, getting a dark green candle here. If we go back in the history here, yeah, it can still run up, much higher, and the highest that this ever was about 0.034, so this is even below the 0 mark. So yeah, it's got a long way to go on a weekly time frame. Now the daily time frame, it looks like it's starting to get a little bit of a green candle here, maybe a couple green candles. And that blue line has actually crossed the red line and pretty steeply to the upside. So again, all momentum here on the monthly, weekly, and daily MACDs points to a lot of upside here. Now, looking at the tokenomics of IOTeX, guys, this is number 283 coin at the moment. The max supply is 10 billion. So much of this is circulating as well. So that's actually a good thing. Can't really be diluted too much more. Now, if we look at this, the all-time high here was actually 25 cents, it says. So you're getting about a 90% discount. Now, I personally think I remember about 50 cents, maybe 40 cents for sure, and I think I sold it between about 40 to 50 cents in the last bull run, guys. So anyways, I don't remember where I sold it or whatever, but I think this is a little bit off. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I actually have partnerships with 10 exchanges, guys. If you use my links, of course, I do get a small commission, and you can check out MUDX here. You can get a free 7-day trial, and you can follow me on X here, guys. Now, taking a look at Bitcoin, guys, we had a very, very, very volatile day yesterday, according to Bitcoin time. So you can see it actually dropped down to about 115, let's say 800. And now we're getting a green candle. So this is quite nice to see. We actually held on to the 117,700 level, despite all the volatility with the Fed yesterday and not getting an interest rate cut. So anyways, the target still remains up here at about, what is this? I think it was 128,500. And yeah, we have to see what, comes from the economic data tomorrow, but today according to Bitcoin time and Friday. Now, taking a quick look at Ethereum, guys, it actually fared better than Bitcoin yesterday slightly. It actually got a little bit of a hammer candle almost, but this is a very bullish candle because you have a long wick to the downside, still within this rising channel as well. And it's, got a rejection here at the top of this Fibonacci yesterday, but right now it looks like it's trying to break the Fibonacci. If I zoom in, you'll see this a little bit better, but we are probably about $5 above the mark at the moment. Now, keep in mind the day just really started, according to Bitcoin time, so there's still about 22 hours or so in trading, to go. Now, taking a look at the total market cap, guys, we are still hanging on here at 3.83 trillion, 3.82 now, just went slightly down, but basically it's in a consolidation. Now, if you remember, guys, we actually had this little inverse head and shoulders, and you can see the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder, and that target still remains up here at about $4.35 trillion. Now, the total market cap is flirting with the 1.47 trillion line here at the moment. Now, keep in mind, we do have another 22 hours and 45 minutes in trading, and if we can close above the 1.51 trillion mark, that would be great on a monthly time frame, guys, because this is the resistance on a monthly time frame. Now, 1.43 is also going to be support on a monthly time frame if we can seal a monthly candle above that. So we have a couple of lines here. And ideally, it would be nice to get above 1.51 trillion today. Now, one of my favorite charts here, guys, is the Bitcoin dominance. And yesterday, it got a rejection here at 61.76%. So it still remains between 61.76 and 60.46. And we do need to break this. Once we break this, guys, there's about a 2% downside here to the next support for the dominance. So that would mean a lot of money in a lot of people's pockets, guys. So it did get another green candle yesterday. So that made 3 green candles in a row. But still, it has not crossed the 61.76% on a daily time frame, fortunately. Now, if we take a look at the USDT dominance, again, it keeps getting rejected here at 4.31%. And yesterday, I last looked at it with my own eyes. It was about right here at 4.32. And again, it ended up the day below this line. So that's a good sign. Now, the altcoin season index, guys, has gone from a 37 to a 39 right before this video. And now I just refreshed it again and it's at a 43. So we are continuing up here on the altcoin season index, fortunately. Now, the liquidation heat map, 433 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. It's mostly longs, guys, unfortunately. Now, fear and greed is 72. It was yesterday a 74. And again, we have 22 hours and 40 minutes to go. And yeah, like I said, we've been in this range for like 15 days or something like this now. Now, taking a look at the bull market peak indicators, there's still 0 from 30 that have been hit, guys. It's 100% hold. If we look at the Pi Cycle Top indicator, it's the same story every day, guys. Now, tomorrow, we do have jobless claims. We got PCE. We have also personal spending and Chicago PMI and Atlanta Fed GDP now Q3. So we do have a lot going on tomorrow. And I think, these numbers will play a key role in what the Fed does in the next meeting in September. Now, speaking about September, guys, it still looks like a lot of people think we are not going to get a cut, but we now have a 41.3% chance of getting a quarter point cut. So, again, September 17th is the next meeting here. So we have about a month and a half to kind of, cool off and think about things. But guys, I really think we're going to get a cut in the next meeting. I just believe we have to get a cut. Now, jumping over to MEXC, guys, you can see we actually had a pretty positive day today. The week is still slightly negative, but the month actually turned green, so that's a good thing. And we end the month tomorrow, and the year is still pretty positive. Now, the sentiment actually went back to a darker green, and the trend is growing, so that's a good thing, guys. Now, the U.S. inflation index, according to Trueflation, is 2.04%. So again, what is the Fed really waiting for here? And if we take a look at crypto bubbles right now, guys, it actually turned green. So things are starting to get a little better. And I think people are realizing that, today wasn't so bad according to what was said in the meeting today with Powell. And yeah, I think tomorrow will end up green as long as we see, good economic data. And we'll probably start to recover a little bit of what we've lost lately. Now, if you want to stake your coins, guys, go to Coinondo. You can see that there are 10 deals found for IOTEX here. You're not going to get, too big of percentages really, but I recommend not using xt.com. I actually had my Casper stolen from me by xt.com, and I'll continue to say this as long as they don't give me back my Casper. But KuCoin and Binance and these other ones are, they're okay to use. And yeah, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, guys. And like I said, check out some of those deals that I have below in the description. And I do get a small commission, guys, but it's very small. Helps keep this channel going, helps keep me motivated. And guys, if you want to get a membership as well, it's only $2. I will put you in the Telegram group, and you will get these MEXC notifications when they come out instantly. And anyways, guys, I thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.